So I've just bought a 128 gig V90 SD card, 300 megabits per second for Kingston, to go with the Sony A6700, because the card I'm using at the minute isn't quite quick enough to give me the 240 frames a second or 4K 120 in the highest settings. So just want to make the most of the camera, and also just the write speed is going to be faster for the buffer when doing bursts. So guys, my previous card is the Sony E card. It's a V60, write speed 120 megabits per second and read speed 270 megabits per second, UHS 2, compared to the new Kingston one, which I'll read out the settings in a sec. So basically I started off with the Sony card in there, and I did a buffer test in silent mode because it makes no difference, just stays with wear and tear. And once I put it into manual focus, just so autofocus didn't have anything to do with it. But basically in JPEG extra fine, 26 megapixels, you can shoot forever. You can see the little line on the left hand side there next to H plus to the right of it is going down. That's showing me how full the buffer is. At the moment it's just hardly touching it, and then you'll see at the top right in a minute when I stop and have a look at how many pictures we did in a burst. Just kind of shows you that you can shoot forever in this thing, and you'll be really surprised how quickly it's actually recording to the buffer, even in the slower card, really quite quick. There you go, on the card, done. And then we took 435 shots then. So then I swapped it to RAW and the JPEG, so it's doing twice the work, and it fills out very quickly. I think 20-ish shots or something. What did we do? 28 actually. So 28 shots there with RAW and JPEG, which isn't too bad. And then a RAW on its own. So remember, this is the Sony card, it's a slower card. And there goes the buffer, and done. It won't stop 100%, it just goes slower. We did then 49 shots. Yeah, then I swapped over to the next card. As you can see, no card available. So I've got the Kingston Canvas React Plus, which is 128 gigabytes with 300 megabits per second read speed and 260 write speed, so it's quite a bit quicker. V90 card, US U3 card, can record up to 8K video, so it's actually usable in my A1 as well if I need some extra space. Not that I use 8K very often. But anyway, JPEG, again, you could shoot forever until your card is full. So that's actually quite a nice thing. I mean, remember, we're only doing 11 frames per second, but 11 frames per second is still way up there in, it's fast enough. Sometimes, obviously, having more is good if you want to capture something a bit extra. There, so we did 259, but I just got bored. So swapping it to RAW and JPEG. And what do we do this time? We managed to do 42. I think it was 28. I think I'll have to have a look back and see. And then RAW, remember we did about 50 last time. So the faster card allows, as the buffer starts to go now, something like that. Anyway, so as you can see, it's writing very quickly, and we managed to do a 129, so more than double. If I remember rightly, I have to look back and put them in on the screen. But yeah, really interesting. Just a quick test really, just to see kind of how usable it is. And that card was 79 quid on Amazon, compared to some of the other ones out there are much more expensive. For example, the Sony Tough card, which is slightly quicker on the write speed, which you don't really need, is 185 quid, so £100 more money. So if you want a good price card, it's the Kingston one. Anyway, don't forget to click the subscribe button, little notification bell as well, and I'll see you soon.